Can you guys guard them as a team?
No.
Kobe Bryant, one of the NBA's all-time greats, was never one to tolerate distractions, especially when it came to the media. During his final season with the Los Angeles Lakers, Bryant was constantly asked about his legacy, emotions, and his thoughts on retiring.
You know, I grew up a diehard Laker fan.
However, on April 13th, 2016, during a press conference, a reporter asked a question that clearly struck Bryant as irrelevant. Without missing a beat, he replied, "That's a silly question," making it clear that he wasn't about to engage in any conversation that didn't focus on the game. This moment came during one of Bryant's final public appearances as an NBA player, and as expected, the media was eager to ask him about everything other than basketball. But Kobe wasn't interested in discussing anything that didn't have to do with his performance on the court. His response wasn't rude.
Can you guard them?
Excuse me?
Can you guys guard them as a team?
No.
But it was firm. He wasn't there to entertain distractions. It was a reminder of how much Bryant valued his time on the court and how seriously he took his role as a professional athlete. Bryant's reaction was a perfect example of the Mamba mentality that he built his career on, a mindset that focuses on discipline, excellence, and an unwavering commitment to the task at hand.
You know, I knew coming into the night, I just didn't want to play bad.
No matter how many questions were asked or how many distractions the media threw at him, Kobe always kept his eyes on the prize. In this case, that meant refusing to engage in anything that didn't serve his purpose in the moment. This exchange also spoke to the larger narrative of how athletes are often bombarded with questions that don't align with their goals or interests. Kobe made it clear that for him, the only conversation worth having was about the game. By shutting down the reporter's question, he reminded everyone that his focus was, and always would be, on basketball. We're down to the top 3, and the next moments are the ones you won't forget. Stay tuned, and if you're enjoying this, feel free to smash that like button. Khabib Nurmagomedov, the undefeated MMA legend, is known not only for his dominance in the octagon, but also for his unshakable principles outside of it. On October 6, 2018, during a press conference following his victory at UFC 229, Khabib found himself at the center of a heated exchange with a reporter who attempted to cross a line that Khabib was simply not willing to entertain.
You cannot say salam alaikum and congrats about whiskey.
The reporter, perhaps expecting an easy answer, veered off the topic of sports and asked about Khabib's Muslim faith, something deeply personal and entirely outside the scope of his professional fighting career. Khabib, maintaining his trademark calm yet firm demeanor, responded with precision.
You cannot talk about religion, you cannot talk about nation, guys, you cannot talk about this stuff.
You should respect my religion. It was a powerful, succinct statement that cut through the noise and made it clear that there were boundaries that should never be crossed, no matter the circumstances. His faith was a private matter, not a topic for sensationalism or controversy in the world of combat sports. In a world where the line between an athlete's personal life and professional career is often blurred, Khabib's response was a firm reminder of the importance of respect. It wasn't just about protecting his personal beliefs. It was about setting boundaries in an industry that often seeks to exploit the private lives of athletes for a headline. By calmly asserting his stance, Khabib made it clear that his faith was not to be used as a tool for media speculation or drama. What made this moment even more remarkable was Khabib's composure. Rather than letting the reporter's inappropriate question derail the press conference or escalate into an argument, Khabib handled the situation with quiet strength. He simply reaffirmed that his faith had no bearing on his skill as a fighter, redirecting the conversation back to his professional achievements. Khabib wasn't just defending his religion, he was setting an example for how athletes should be treated, respectfully, with boundaries in place, both in their professional and private lives. This moment proved that Khabib's power wasn't limited to the octagon. It was rooted in his unwavering respect for his own principles. Floyd Mayweather, a boxer known for his unmatched confidence and brash personality, didn't take kindly to questions he felt were disrespectful. After his victory over Victor Ortiz on September 17, 2011, Mayweather found himself in an intense exchange with HBO reporter Larry Merchant. The situation quickly escalated when Merchant began questioning Mayweather's performance in the fight.
You unfairly took advantage of it. What do you say to those who say?
Mayweather, never one to back down from a confrontation, fired back with a sharp response. "You're not even relevant. You're not even in my league."